And because winters has arrived now, and uh,
Mm,
temperature is falling down day by day.
you're right, ma'am.
But you
So,
did
ma'am,
not, you have not wear any sweater. So I thought that maybe there is no winter.
no, I think wind is flowing very rapidly, and
Mhm.
due to put my shirts, I'm not getting that much cold because outside of my house, literally, rays sunlight.
Okay, okay, that's really great. And the place where I live, uh, from December to January, there will be no sun. There is only
Oh,
will be fog, and we feel really bad at that time because when snow, uh, everyone will not feel good at that time.
hmm. No, having self into all the time into room. So how do you expect for having sunny, right?
Yes, but when I get free time, then we go to our roof and take some sunlight, because I feel that in winters it's very crucial to take some sunlight. So we go
Hmm.
outside for 1 hour and we sit there and take sunlight.
You are right, ma'am. Because having sunlight, it gives us so many so much energy, you can say, right?
Yeah, it gives energy, and in winters, uh, the bones, they become weak due to cold. So it's very important to take some sunlight and feel active.
Okay, ma'am. So I have one question I would like to ask you. So, like, how do you spend your free time when you have remain any free time? So how do you utilize that time?
In my free time, because I get free at 11 in the morning, because I have a daughter. I have one kid, and she goes to school every day. So I get her ready, and after finishing all my tasks, home chores, after that, when I get free time, I do these kind of conversation. I listen to English content. Yeah, some because I am a YouTuber, so sometime I create videos, content for my YouTube channel. So this is the only way to spend my free time.
Yeah, you make your times very productive, I would say. Consuming the right content, really relevant of your communication skill and improving yourself day by day.
Yes, I still remember 2 years back, I started my journey of learning English, and I was not able to speak a single sentence confidently because I had never spoken to anyone in English before. So, yeah, I created my YouTube channel. I started talking to other people, started communicating with other learners like you. So yeah, now I'm quite confident to speak. But when we stop practicing English, then we forget. So now I'm again started my journey after 2 months. So now I'm
Okay.
feeling nervous, and sometimes words are not coming to my mind. So I have to think in my mind before speaking.
Yeah, you're right, ma'am. I also agreed because having, procrastinate for long period of time into your communication skill, you are going to be too much slow and word doesn't come within you situationally. That's the reason many of, learners have been suffering through many problems because they
Yes.
often procrastinate their practice,
Yes, if
right?
you will speak English with anyone, then there will be a fall in your fluency, in your pronunciation, and you will not be able to organize your sentences properly. I can feel this thing if you will not speak to anyone. So it's very important to do practice daily of speaking English if you really want to learn this language and if you are really passionate. Sometime I speak with my daughter. She is in the second standard, but kids are very busy. Sometimes she doesn't like to speak in English. She is
Mm,
comfortable in her native language in Hindi, but sometime I speak with her so that she can also learn the language.
mm. You are right. Yeah, actually, what will you speak to her? Because he's a very small kid and he doesn't have that much sense for understanding you, right? So what will you
No,
speak to him?
we can do daily conversation in English. For example, in the evening time, I go for a walk with her. Then I ask many questions related to her school. That how was your day in the school? What did you do in the school? Anything happened in the school, special
Mhm.
activity which you did in the school. So I ask these kind of questions, and she has to explain, but she is not able to explain properly, but at least she tried to explain. And sometime I also help her that you have to say like this, you have to answer like this. So in this way I can also learn with her and she can also learn from me. I think this is
Hmm.
the way to learn the language.
Right, ma'am, you're doing well. You're providing an environment to your kids. At least they can engage self very early of age so they can improve their communication skills. They couldn't suffer like you, right?
Yes, yes. I started my journey 2 years back, and I still remember when I was in college because I studied in a Hindi medium school in a village in Himachal Pradesh, and at that time there was no one who was speaking in English at that time. But now the scenario is totally changed. I have
Yeah.
seen many people, on YouTube. They are not much educated, but still they are very good in English because they are learning from social media. They are speaking to other people, and it is really very motivating that if these people speak English, then we are educated. We can also speak, but I don't know why we never try. I never tried to learn this language.
Yes, yes, you are right. Because you know what happened? Actually, we are educated, but the problem is that like we are not that much uh, passionate toward this due to
Yes,
have the less fascination towards this language and having a lot of responsibility of actual life. Sometimes it suppresses us. Okay, and forcefully we have to sacrifice this desire, right? These
yes,
things
you are.
happen.
And now it has become my hobby because I enjoy the learning process of this language, and that's why I'm learning this language. Sometime, my friends or in family, they ask to me, "Why are you learning this language? You are at home, you are homemaker. What will you do by learn this language?" So I said I'm passionate to learn this language, and I can help my daughter.
Yeah,
Uh, if, she is studying every subject in English, like science, maths, SST. If she will have good command over the language, then she can understand the concept clearly. She will understand the things very clearly in English. So it will be good for her.
yeah, and you would be also sufficient to navigate that kids,
Yes, yes.
right?
Of-
That's the main pro. I mean, major importance of learning this language. At least the people would be admiring you behind you, like yeah, her mother is quite educated into this,
Yes,
right?
yes. I also teach her because I feel that I will never send her for tuitions because I'm capable to teach her. So I will teach her. Yeah, I'm not good in the maths. So maybe in the higher classes, will send her to the maths tuition. But apart from math, I can teach every subject like English, science. Being a science student, I can teach science. So I said to her that okay, when you will go to higher classes, then I will send you for the maths tuition because I'm not good at math. But apart from it, I will teach you each and every subject.
Hmm, that's better, that's a really better for your kids. Having better coordination of through their mothers, it's much better to their going any other place, I would say.
Yes,
Right.
yes, and I have seen many parents who are sending their kids to the tuitions, but they are not satisfied with the tuition. I'm not blaming on the teacher. Maybe the kid is not attentive, or maybe there are more students in the class so that he is not getting that much attention in the class.
Yeah, yeah, you're
This
right.
can.
Having huge population of the student at the same times, I think many of the students are quite weak internally. Their through their, I mean, understanding, they are not catching very
Yes,
fastly more than others. That's the biggest reasons behind they are not feeling very comfortable and convenient.
yes, yes. And I feel that mother knows their kids very well. They know their weaknesses and their, strong points. So they can handle their kids. I feel that.
Yeah, and they would have every time as a feedback. I mean, freedom to ask you any
Yes,
questions, and you would
yes,
be the willing for giving relevant answer without putting irritation at yourself, right? But
yeah.
teacher doesn't do like that in comparison to the mothers, right?
uh, with the God grace, my daughter's school teachers are very educated, and they are very, hardworking. They do their best to make them understand, but on the other hand, the population in the class is very high. There are, I think, 42 students in one class. So I think
Oh.
it will be very difficult for the teacher to handle all the kids. So we
Mm,
can't blame on the teacher because I think uh, you can't handle 42 kids, 45 kids in a class together, and
yeah.
you will not able to give proper attention to everyone because there are individual differences. Some kids, they are intelligent, they can learn very fast, but some kids, they are slow learners, so they need special attention. So these are the things which are not good in some private schools. Feel that there will be less students in the class so that teacher can give attention to every student.
Yes, you are right, ma'am. Because what I feel like many of the students, doesn't well for share their feeling, but they have been suffering too, into their class, into their coaching, yeah, anywhere, into the study line. So we are responsible for it because we have to try to knowing their internal feeling, the related of their education, what's happening exactly into their life. So
Yes,
if
yes,
you are going to be good guidance for your kids, so it's a much convenient more than transferring, I mean delivering your your kids to somewhere for having the guidance of others.
yes, yes. And I think today's parents, they are very much aware about their kids' education. They know what is wrong and right for their kids. If I remember my student days, our parents, they lived a very simple life, and they were not aware. Uh, you, but now the parents are very smart. Kids are very smart. They know what things are good for them or not. So I think now the time has totally changed.
Yes, ma'am. You are right because we are living in a technology. You can consider, yeah, what I say, social media era. You can say there
Yes,
everything are exposing.
I never imagined 4 year back that I can learn this language through social media free of cost, for free of cost, because we are sharing each other thought. uh, we are not taking any fee and we are connecting with each other learning this language. I never thought this thing that it would be possible through social media. So our when we were kids, there were no social media, there were no YouTube, and there were no internet. There was internet, but it was not available for everyone. It was very costly at that time, I still remember. So now everything is available for everyone, and you can learn a lot of things.
Yes, ma'am, you're right. Due to have every hand, so I mean smartphones and internet's facilities. Due to that reason, we are going to feel very comfortable to approach that much education, and we are inculcate every single day new habit relevant that would be included our communication improvement. Right.
Yes,
Due to
yes.
have that much good facilities, we are interacting to each other now. Otherwise, it won't be possible to connect and having interactions this way.
Yes, and last year I was taking IELTS coaching. I took a coaching for 2, and you would not believe, I was going to institute. I was taking the tuitions over there, and I didn't learn to speak in English over there. I learned English on on Skype with other. I paid, I think, 10,000 rupees for two
Oh my
months, but
God.
I didn't learn the language over there because that was totally different. So I think it is worthless to go to the institute to learn this language. I think we can learn this language naturally by
Naturally, yeah.
other people. So I,
Because because what happens, ma'am? Actually, which things teacher have to navigate a student and forcing to do this? That thing they would never tell to any student to do this in your day-to-day life. Like doing practice is much important more than anything. They would always given you so many instructions, making sentence, learning and remembering the definitions. These are things is not a imperative much more than practicing. Because
yes,
if you are doing practicing, that means you are going to indulge in a practical way.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is the reason we are quite uh, good into this. Now we are talking to each other without taking any classes, any courses, because we did practical things. That will be much important more than anything, according to me.
yes, yes. Okay, so are you also a YouTuber? You are a YouTuber. So how is your channel going?
Not that much good. Very less attention I'm having from people. But I don't
Mhm.
care because my intention only on my communication skill and I enjoy this conversation with the new people.
Same here, because my channel, but I don't upload videos on my channel frequently, continuously. Um, because the reason is that now lot of people, they are making video for YouTube channel, and everyone is uploading the content, but it's okay. We are learning this language, so I think um, there is a thing in our mind, okay, I have to make the video. So in this way you can learn this language. You have to
Yes,
upload video on your channel, so it is the right way to learn the language. Otherwise
yeah,
sometimes we get lazy. We don't want to speak.
yeah. You must have any reasons to indulge yourself into this process.
Yeah,
If you do not have any channel, So, what things motivate you internally to do these kinds of activities in your day-to-day life? Right? Not
First thing
having,
is
yeah, not